Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Soulcreek. I just recorded build 10 over the weekend, and look forward to that in about a month or so, because it's pretty crazy. Anyway, I listen, struck by the haunting tune of near total silence. Only the wind dares draw its breath here. The city is a dead monument, a hive of industry and achievement that's suffered centuries of blameless disrepair. Nitro and Loken come to a stop at either side of me. Loken is watching me, concerned. Nitro stares dead ahead, just like me. Alex, it's. I expected something else. It should be swarming with people. But standing here and seeing it all so still, like a painting, it's wrong. Like a clear night sky devoid of the moon and stars. Somehow, I expected something infinitely worse. A mutilated carcass of steel and concrete. An indescribable mess of corpses and ruination, sure to torment me through many sleepless nights. But not this. This inexpressibly vast nucleus of total silence. This beautifully peaceful graveyard, washed clean of the blood, bone, and screams of the cascade. The buildings, they're still standing. The cascade couldn't have been that long ago. You are okay. I. I guess. I don't know where to begin. Just the same questions. Over and over and over. It never ends. Nitro hums in deep thought. It's cruel how the cascade preys on the curious, those who dare ask questions. This great evil, this primordial black, where did it come from? How did it seep into this world? Who's doing this? Who's killing us? Nitro turns to Loken and I. His blind eyes pierce us both. You two possess a piece of the puzzle no one has ever found before. Are you prepared for what you're about to do? Loken and I exchange a quick glance. Though he's steadfast, I sense his trepidation. I am not certain what it is we are doing. We are only following a message we do not understand. But Alex here has changed things. We must determine the reason for this. This is our duty as Black Runners. Alex? I thought I could settle for being a nobody, starting new. Just being a Draconi, a Black Runner. But I can't. I'm losing my mind. There's just rage. I'm scared. Something inside me is still connected to all this. I need to find out why. Nitro nods. Then follow my lead. So, strolling silently side by side, we descend into Devil's Crag. Trees and thick vegetation have formed a cover over the hollow city. We climb through it, revealing cracked asphalt and towering skeletal structures. Above us, the weather turns a macabre shade of gray. A dense, cold mists our path, and the trees rustle restlessly, chilling my bare skin. This place is utterly breathless. Countless memories and souls abandoned, left in heartbreaking neglect. And we can't do a damn thing. We just walk on by, feigning indifference. It's frustrating, infuriating. But I'm fine. I'm in control. We drift through the streets, choking on delicate, beautiful silence too horrible to put into words. All the suffering that must have happened here, but now? There's no love, no memory, no justice. They're just gone. My mind fizzes with fury, but it's fine. I'm in control. What nightmarish end must they have met? Were they slaughtered one by one in the streets where they grew and raised their children? Or was it slower, generation after generation as the affliction gripped them, slowly and painfully starving? In the end, there were only memories too traumatic to recall. And where was I? My family? My friends? The prospect that I may never know them floods me with fear and fury. This can't be it. This broken, bleak concavity can't be real. I can't be the last human. I'll find the algorithm. With it, I'll find them. The Black Zones can't get away with this. They won't. Hey, Alex? I finished some background scans. I discovered something odd. What's up? Did you notice any of the road signs around the city? Most of them are rusted to dust, but yeah. I see 2 languages. One of them is mine. Right. The Zephyr were clearly a bilingual society. The other language uses the same alphabet, too. The thing is, going by the data I've got of the phonemes Loken used last night, I think the other language is Alalian. What? It was here all along? In fact, the ratio of Alalian words I'm seeing compared to yours is roughly 7-1. So Alalian was the dominant language? That's weird. How come I didn't even recognize it? If our theory about black runners having human heritage is correct, bipeds and humans lived alongside each other. It's possible that your language was exclusively human in origin. It would explain why it wasn't as widely spoken. If I was a Zephyr, I would have spoken Alalian too. Instead, it was just outright erased from my memory. All knowledge of bipeds was missing too. Just like they forgot about us. The clans at least knew humans were a thing. You, on the other hand, had no knowledge of bipeds whatsoever. A piercing clang behind us shatters the silence. I whirl around. Bite syncs with my mind straight away. We draw and knock the bow with lightning speed. But when we turn to aim at the source of the sound, there's nothing there. Just an empty street. Loken joins my side, growling. Nitro is close behind him. Nitro, there are sounds. It might be an informed. We should be careful. They can be dangerous here. I frown, lowering my bow. They're in the city? Swarms of them move through the city. Swarms? This is true. I have seen these hunting swarms. They are hazardous. I thought the informed just cannibalized themselves. They do this outside the Black Zone. They are acting different when they are inside. Their behavior is impossible to predict. If you see one, just back away slowly. If you're lucky, they'll leave you alone. If you're really lucky, they can even be friendly. Friendly how? Once, when I stayed in the city for a night, an informed found my camp. Timid thing. It brought me food. The idea of an informed acting friendly is a disturbing juxtaposition. Tell me what happened with this informed. I tried to make myself seem harmless. I smiled and beckoned it over. Curious thing. I earned its trust. It joined me by the fire. I snapped its neck. That's depressing. I know. but you can't save them. Nitro's head cranes around the streets, his nostrils flare. Let's keep moving, Loken. Take us up to the glass you found Alex in. Loken nods, setting back off across the cracked streets. I shoulder my bow and arrow again, then catch up with them. Hey. Alex? Would you have done that? Snapped its neck? I do not know. I have never encountered one that would behave in this friendly way. Tell me if you would have done this. Yeah, I would have. We fall silent and continue through Devil's Crag. You okay in there, buddy? More worried about you. There are high levels of epinephrine in your system. Yeah. Good old epineph thing. It means you're anxious. Well, we are in the black zone. See any more clues? Going by the rate of growth, I'd say the city was fully abandoned around 300 to 400 years ago. That's not as long as I'd have thought. Back near the Rhinestone Dish, evidence suggested some kind of conflict. Here, I'm not seeing much of that. People just slowly left the city. Just ignore the tank in the previous background. An exodus. They must have been fleeing from something. The Black Zones? People couldn't have remained in the city long after they appeared. As we're strolling down the beaten path, my eyes lock onto a decaying car. Think we could find the parts for Aeon there? Is now really the time? I think the distraction will help me focus. Worth a check, I suppose. Hang on. Nitro and Loken falter, turning to face me. Alex, we must keep moving. I just want to check something. I scamper over to the car, but find the bonnet has been ripped off completely. The guts of the car are empty. Damn. It's clean. Anything here of value? Nope. The engine has been removed less than a year ago. Another Black Runner beat us to it. Wait, you see that? I squint, peering through the broken windows. Inside, I see a worn-down suitcase. A noticeable crack is split down the center and its contents are pouring out. It seems to be clothes, old and frayed beyond use. Something odd catches my eye. Curious, I meander over to the door and lean inside. The rotting stench of damp fabric and mossy air suffocates me. I pull the old suitcase over. Alex, we are not here to search for salvage. This is not the task. I'm not. Here, look at this. I pull what I was looking for out. An old pair of trousers, matted with dust and decay. Look at the butt. Now is not the time for that, Alex. We will mate when we return home. Too much information. No! These. I point just below the belt line. The garments have a small buttoned pocket where the base of the spine would have been. See that? I can't see a thing. Very funny. Look, this has to be a tail flap, right? For a biped. Yes, the tail could go through these. Humans didn't have tails. Both us and bipeds were part of the Zephyr. This is proof. Nitro frowns. I suspected as much. Alex has no tail. He has no fur. He is small. What he says may be true. Nitro's haunting gaze goes upwards, brow furrowed in thought. So it begs the question, If bipeds and humans were both here before the cascade, then why did only humans disappear? The absence of technology and written language means history can only be passed down through generations by word of mouth. That's why nobody knows what really caused the cascade. It's no wonder humans vanished from memory. I grit my teeth angrily. What did we do to deserve that? Hmm? Nothing. Sorry, just thinking. Okay. We must keep moving. The glass I found you in is close. Lead the way. It keeps getting weirder. Still, I feel like we're making progress, even if every clue just poses more questions. How come Devil's Crag is so dangerous? I don't see any demons. We've been lucky so far. They mostly come at night. Mostly. I grumble. Once again, my mind wanders back to the discoveries we've made so far. Hey, what happens if two different species of biped have a kid? The child will bear the species of one parent. It is common for the child to inherit the species of the male. So, maybe humans and bipeds integrated. Could explain my theory. Theory? It's nothing, kind of a stretch. Tell me. I will also hear this theory. Well, it's probably crazy. It's just, there's a lad back at the village. He has the four, and he's very gifted with the craft. You are speaking of Milo. Right. The thing is, he's got a head of human hair. Head hair? I knew another black runner who had that. Exactly. And your eyes, too. Nitro snorts. This child has my eyes. What a bastard. No, I mean your eyes. They're another mutation, as Aeon called them. Except it's not a mutation. It's human. Nitro's face scrunches up in bewilderment. I'm quickly concerned that I've offended him. Sorry, I didn't mean... My eyes are human. Well, yeah, kind of. And are all humans blind? No, it was just a theory. Black runners could have human heritage. Beside him, Loken grumbles in doubt. I am a black runner. I have not inherited these human parts. Maybe it's not something everyone with the four has. Could be something small, something you won't notice. Let's just keep moving. It was only an idea. Okay, we are close now. My hibernation pod. I'll get to see it, at last. There must be some answers here. Some relief from the darkness, from the rage. There has to be. This is it? Yes. I found you inside this place, Alex. The structure sticks out from the other skyscrapers. Like everything else, it's been totally strangled by nature and desecrated by decades of neglect. Grass and weeds have erupted up through a concrete parking lot. Rusted metal scraps have been welded to walls and doors like a barricade. Seems like someone put up a brave last stand here. No matter how hard I focus on the place, no memories surface. This was once a hospital, or an institute of scientific research. Perhaps both. How old is it? Newer than the other structures, far more durable. It's different. They might have built it after the epoch of technology. The what? I blink. I realize I hadn't mentioned this to Loken before now, let alone Nitro. Something I worked out from the algorithm. Before the cascade, the Zephyr discovered something. Whatever it was, they used it to make huge leaps in technological advancements. The Zephyr learned the old knowledge from something else? Not exactly. They already had science. They just learned more from whatever they found. Much more. But, well, then the cascade happened. Hubris. Nitro, you are sensing things? The canine takes a few steps over to the building, head twisted as though listening for a faint, distant sound. He reaches up to the faded concrete wall, running his paw across it. Many people died in this place. Others were saved. There were Zephyr healers here. My people called them doctors. This could have been a hospital of sorts. I squint at the ground beneath us. Underneath the foliage coating the road, I spot the remains of a sign. Hey, you see that? Loken frowns where I'm pointing, then kneels down and tugs the old sign from the tangled roots. Alex, this has fallen from the building. You can read this? He's right. The faded metal sign was most certainly bolted onto the exterior of the structure at some point. It says, Exotech. Was Exotech a person? I don't think so. Looks like some kind of corporation. Explain? A technology conglomerate, at a guess. They probably own the building. For tomorrow, for you. Yeah, that really worked out. We will investigate further inside. I will show you the glass. Loken gestures for us to stay behind him. I do so, approaching the shattered glass doors with nervous footsteps. As we get closer, Nitro stops again. He scowls, sniffing. What's wrong? He doesn't answer. Is there danger? No, just pain. Whose pain? I'm not sure. We shouldn't dawdle. He ushers me curtly inside. Time has been harsh on this place. Most of the rooms and corridors are so trashed and scoured they don't resemble a hospital at all. Were it not for the telltale tile patterns, the occasional trashed hospital bed, or piece of medical equipment decayed beyond all use, I'd have put it down to just another abandoned structure. Our footsteps crack loudly on the stone-scattered floors. A thick, mustardy haze chokes the air. I tread softly, following Loken in silence. I can't help but imagine the bustling corridors once being full of activity. The people died or were born within these walls. I drag my thoughts from their macabre musings. Can't afford to lose my head in this place. There could be danger lurking around any step. What were you doing here when you found me? These structures sometimes contain medicine. I was searching for these. Perhaps you will remember something when you see the glass. Yeah, maybe. Hey, thanks for doing this, for everything. He smiles, gently squeezing my shoulder. I absorb what comfort I can from him, but I'm silently dreading what we might see. Hey, Bite, does this place have power? No. This building's grid was damaged a very long time ago. What kind of hibernation pod doesn't need power? Perhaps it had its own generator? Right. Yeah, that's probably it. Are you okay? I'm just... We need a break here, you know? An answer. Anything. Whatever we find, we'll deal with. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Couldn't do this without you. I don't know how much more mystery I can handle. This place needs to give us some answers, or I'm scared hope will start to dwindle. The dim, gloomy light leaking in through the only window reveals a trashed laboratory. I grimace at the sight, my feet sliding through scattered stone and debris. This is it? Yes. It was in this room that I found you. The remains of desks, filing cabinets, laboratory equipment, medical apparatus, and experimentation tools lay rotted in their place. A century or two of decline leaves me squinting desperately for any kind of clue. This room is different. Look at all the equipment. It's no hospital ward. A laboratory. Alex, you are reading these words? He gestures to what remains of the equipment. It all has Exotech engraved upon it. It's that name again. It's on everything in this place. I turn to Nitro, who's slowly running his fingers against the walls. Eyes shut in focus. Who worked here, Nitro? Someone hurt. They had pain, great pain, and great guilt. They had lost everything. He bends down, touching rusted equipment stand and inhaling. They achieved great things in this place. Great and terrible things. Towards the end, they were trying to fix a mistake. This person was supremely intelligent, a master in their field. They were... He freezes. This person was human. This person was Alex. No, someone else. I don't think I was any sort of master scientist. Nitro stands up, head shaking. I'm sorry, that's all I can find. There's too much pain here to see clearly. What about the pod? I don't see it. Loken gestures towards a small opening in one of the walls. A hidden compartment. It looks to have been crudely tugged open. In there? I step over cautiously. My heart is beating. This is it. Taking an anxious breath, I step into the small room. It's no larger than a walk-in cupboard. I squint into the darkness. There, lying like a mortuary slab, is a concave container of glass bordered by a framework of decaying metal. It stands on 4 concrete legs. A broken oxygen mask sits inside, connected to the outside via a thin tube. A pair of broken gas tanks lay cracked and discarded on the ground. All around, broken bottles of chemicals and compounds are scattered about, all of them empty. One side of the glass is shattered, leaving a hole like a grinning maw. There's dried blood on some of the teeth. My blood. I feel weak. Scared. This thing was my home for centuries. It looks both completely mundane yet infinitely threatening. Something is really wrong with it. Bite? Alex, I don't think this is a hibernation pod. My heart is racing. I want to run. I can't bear looking at this thing anymore. The blood matches yours. We're in the right place. Alex, there's nothing here that indicates any sort of suspended animation took place. But how? If it's not... How could... Bite, what is this thing? An airtight intensive care unit. designed to be completely sterile and prevent infections. Those tubes supply breathable air to the patient. The ground is covered in chemicals. Scans are detecting bacitracin and neomycin-based ointments, silver sulfadiazine, and xylocaine jelly. What could they be used for? Burns. Severe burns. That's... No. No, that doesn't make sense. Loken, are you sure about this? He steps in behind me. You were inside. Were there any burns on me? Explain. What was my condition? You were unconscious. You were undressed. That is all. When I pulled you free, the glass cut you. No power. And nothing keeping me suspended. It's just glass. I lay here undisturbed for centuries? How? Aeon said I was human. How is this possible? No. There were meant to be answers here, not more questions. Scan it again. Alex. Do it. I have. There's nothing more to see. Then how did we get here? I don't know. This can't be happening. I can't do this. I can't take it. There's nothing. Nothing here? Alex. Just fuck. Give me a second. Once again, I feel some buried shard of me start to writhe and scream in frustration, fear, and fury. Within my head, I hear the algorithm laughing at my hopelessness, mocking me. I know it's responsible for this. I just know. How am I here? What happened to me? Where are the other humans? No, I'm losing it again. My insides are churning with rage and frustration. My fists clench. Come on. I'm in control. Alex. What? Loken places a paw against my head, staring intently at me. You are not okay. I lean into his paw, feeling his thumb gently caress my cheek. It's just glass. Something burned me? I was hurt, but it doesn't make sense. I don't understand. What am I? Who am I? Loken slides his paw around to the back of my head, weaving his fingers into my hair. He pulls me into him, squeezing his arms around me. Alex, you are here with me. I shut my eyes, burying my face into him, pressing myself against his form. In his embrace, I feel safer. Safe enough to break down. I could almost cry. I'm in control. We will determine where you have come from. I am promising you this. I don't reply. I just sink my face into his outfit, exhaling deeply. I focus on him. Just him. The crackling darkness fades. Right now, he's my light. I'm in control. I step away, bringing my hands up to my face and grinding my fingers across it. It hurts, but the pain feels refreshing. I'm all right. Loken leans forward, placing a single kiss on my forehead. I blush, my composure oozing uneasily back into place. You might be the only thing stopping me going insane right now. I know you are hurting. I know you were hoping for answers from this place. But do not think about this glass, Alex. This thing does not matter anymore. We must find the boneyard. We will look for the second half of this algorithm. Perhaps there we will find answers. The algorithm. It's all we have left now. One last thread to follow. Alex, Loken, in here. From the opposite room, Nitro calls to us. With a smile, Loken ruffles my head one more time. Come, let us see what Nitro has found. Together, we march out of the laboratory that brought me to Alayla. The room is badly damaged. A gaping hole has been torn from the side of the building, leaving exposed the cold elements outside. A harsh wind quickly burns my face. There's a light misting of rain, each tiny droplet freezing and stinging my skin like an ant bite. It's getting darker, and the city is turning foul. There's almost nothing in this room, just debris. I see the remains of a bed, and a bathroom totally smashed into rubble. The person who I sensed earlier stayed here towards the end. They never left the building. Look at this. Nitro holds something out to us. Loken takes it, frowning. He sniffs it and recoils before holding it out to me. There are words on here, Alex. You can read these? I gingerly take the item from him. It's a name tag. The letters on it are blurred to the point of meaninglessness, but I can just about make out the first name. Wyatt. It says Wyatt. And a surname beginning with L, but I can't read it. There's this, too. Nitro passes me an old electronic tablet. Despite its age, it's in reasonably good condition. Along the top, the engraving reads, Exotech. I try turning the device on, but it doesn't respond. It's an old computer device. It's in pretty good condition, but it doesn't work. I pass it to Loken. He turns it over several times, then slips it into his pack. We will take this to Aeon. He will examine this computer device. Alex, you are knowing of this Wyatt? Must have been someone who worked for Exotech. And yet, this person had me in their laboratory. Whatever condition I was in, they were trying to nurse me back to health. Or perhaps they were my creator? Whatever I am, I must have come from somewhere. Perhaps they created Byte too. My gaze travels sideways, to the abyssal city waiting just outside. I turn and stare. The overcast sky has choked the sunlight. The thin rain, only an uncomfortable mist, burns my skin and eyes. The vacant, hollow hive of steel and glass before me stands, mocking. There are no answers here. Just more questions. I'm helpless. Useless. Once again, I'm drifting over infinity. The jaws of the Black Zone are opening up to swallow me at my most vulnerable. I keep staring, my heartbeat rising. The broken towers seem to rise higher and higher until they could crush me with indescribable vastness. Then, as the great maw seems to close around me, we hear it. The bellow of something inscrutable. I step back, inhaling fearfully. The roar slowly fades, but the message is clear. 1,000 eyes have opened, glaring hatefully at us. Nitro joins my side. Loken joins the other. The three of us watch, quietly sharing the same conclusion. The Black Zones know we're here. We're out of time. They're coming. I hear them. What do we do? There's a safer passage below the ground. It'll take us to the boneyard. Let's move, now. I pocket the name tag and we make our way out with urgency. On light feet, we wordlessly trek back the way we came. The black zone is closing in around us. I sense its eyes and claws at my back, laughing. Back in the laboratory, I falter at the exit, gazing back into the space I was found. I'm probably never going to return here. Alex, move, now! Damn it. Down, down, down. Back through the broken hospital, chased by the tranquil breeze and echoes of our own steps. We move fast, checking every corner and unseen space. The cutting rain and wind tears at us the moment we're outside. We stay low, against the walls. Nitro hurriedly leads us forward, ignoring the permeating stare of the black zones. All of us sense the enclosing doom. We're exposed and vulnerable. Any second now we could be found. I keep turning around, checking behind us. An unseen fury tracks our footsteps, crying our location out. We need to get off the streets. We're close. Quick. Behind the thick vegetation and trees, I sense a great horror watching us angrily. It's everywhere all at once. If we stop, we're dead. The wind picks up, howling and growling in mockery. The city has grown huge, infinitely massive, crushing us with its weight. Nitro kicks open a manhole cover, sliding it cruelly out of the way. He quickly hops inside and climbs down. Loken grasps me by the shoulder and pushes me to the hole, his teeth bared. I let him insist on me going first. I grab hold of the rusted ladder leading down below the streets and climb into the darkness. Are we safer down here? Yes. These passages aren't always deserted, but they're less exposed than above. You are knowing the way. I know this tunnel system well. They stretch most of the city. There's a path that'll take us beneath the boneyard. I scan our new environment. It's no less unsettling here than it is on the surface. Above us, I still feel the scratching fingers and searing eyes of the predatory black zone hunting us. It feels like I'm inhaling wet dust. I quickly hold my breath to avoid the rancid air. What is this place? The tunnels are far older than the city itself. They have been well maintained. There is electrical power to these lights. Explain. I frown at the buzzing lights hanging from above us. Everything in Alayla is powered by the Great Barrier. Most of that electricity is carried in cables beneath the earth. Many still work. This is strange. The rest of the city does not have power. These tunnels do. Because of the boneyard, maybe. If the algorithm is stored there, keeping the power on makes sense. The data might decay if the power shuts off. And we all know who keeps the lights on in Alayla. The Automonks? You think they know about the algorithm? Aeon suspects so. They're the reason we got sent to the Rhinestone Dish in the first place. Maybe. Just keep scanning. Let us know what you find. Come on. We shouldn't stay in the city past nightfall. We will follow your lead, Nitro. Take us to the boneyard. Loken and I follow behind Nitro. Our footsteps clap on the stone floor. The weight of the hungry city above us groans. I feel it, flexing its jaws and shining its teeth down at us. Though the tunnels certainly are more protected, it's easy to feel claustrophobic. Soon, we're descending a narrow stairway. More lights are affixed to the walls, and a pair of rusty iron handrails line either side of the passage. So here's something interesting. These tunnels have been maintained for a long time, but they're much older than the city. I think Devil's Crag started as a mining outpost. They built the city on top of it. Someone must have gone through great lengths to ensure the power stayed on down here. Maybe this Wyatt guy was involved. He obviously had a connection to you, and you have a connection to this algorithm. Loken slows his pace until we're alongside each other, regarding my baffled scowl curiously. Alex, you are okay? You are looking troubled. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Alex, I will ask you a question. When you saw this glass, you spoke of burns. Tell me why you asked this. Bite thinks that glass was some kind of sterile intensive care unit designed to treat a patient who'd suffered severe burn wounds. I have not seen these burns on your skin. You do not remember these injuries? No. This Wyatt person might have been trying to treat me. Loken's eyes flick to Nitro for a second, who maintains a steady pace with his back to us. Alex, humans do not heal quickly. Huh? Humans do not heal quickly. You're remembering this? But... My eyes widen. I know what he's implying. Bite. If I did have injuries like that, could you have healed them? You have demonstrated remarkably rapid cellular regrowth. It's possible. But I have no idea if it's me doing that. I'm certainly not doing it on purpose. Right, but... I mean, come on. I was lying in that thing for centuries. I didn't age a day. No matter what Aeon's scans say, something is wrong with me. Come on, Bite. Are you sure you don't remember anything before I woke up? Sorry, Alex. My memory drives didn't start recording data until Loken initiated your startup procedure. Is this algorithm even meant for me? What if it's for you? But I'm just an AI? You're AI. Why would it be left for me? I'm only an extension of your mind and personality. No way. There's more to you than that. I think we should really focus on you, not me. Bite vanishes into my subconscious. I frown. I'm starting to wonder what's going on inside that AI's head. We wordlessly continue down the passage. Nitro leads the way. His sense of wit still amazes and disturbs me. He walks the path as confidently as someone with perfect vision. As we pass a cross-section, Loken turns around to check on me. He smiles. Nitro pauses for a moment, fingers tracing the walls delicately. Neither of them are looking forward. So I see it first. I squint, not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me. But as we draw closer, the shape at the bottom of the stairs becomes clear. Psst. Nitro. Loken, do you see that? Loken frowns and looks ahead. Nitro stops dead. Even in the dim light, I can just about make out the shape standing at the bottom of the stairs. My heart clenches in horror. Far down the stairway, shrouded in darkness, a biped blocks the path. I see matted fur clotted with blood and grease. It's oozing rage and mindless hunger. Hunched in a crooked, feral pose, it trembles and twitches with ragged, rapid breaths. Informed. Do not move. Nitro steps back, throwing his arms out. Back up slowly. They react aggressively to movement. We all start walking, slowly back up the stairs, like treading on thin ice. Eyes locked fearfully on the bloodied silhouette. I reach for my bow. As we back away, the thing twitches, then steps forward. Nitro, keep going. It takes another convulsive step, then another, then another. Bite syncs with my neurons. We're ready to run like hell or fight. I knock an arrow. Wait. Do not fire. Wait. A sudden fumbling of footsteps silences him. Like a scrambling dog, another figure runs into view. Then another. Then 3 more. Oh no. Do not take your eyes off of them. Keep backing up. Don't let them close the distance. Don't run. But they are closing the distance. With horrid, crooked steps, the informed step into the light. Whatever species they once were, doesn't matter. They're beyond recognition. Bloodied lumps of flesh hung off of their muzzled faces. Each one chewed as though gnawed by rats. Eyelids have been torn off. Lips have been gnashed, leaving only smiling skeletal teeth. My mind screams at me to flee. I start backing away, faster. Nitro, they're not backing down. Easy. Easy. Bite and I keep our bow raised, aiming straight at the nearest one. It just keeps twitching, drawing slowly closer. Then, all at once, they charge. Go! We turn and flee. Loken and Nitro bound up the steps 3 at a time. Bite and I barely keep pace. Behind us, the howling horde swells. I hear their frothing, maddening snarls and scuffling steps as they scramble closer. Don't stop! Through here! We can still... With a clang, the manhole we'd climbed down from earlier falls from above. Another inform drops down in front of me. I catch its snarling, bloodied, and mutilated face before it charges. Nitro flips a small blade from his belt, tossing it past me. It sinks into its ruptured eyelid. The sorry creature falls dead. 2 more drop down. They charge at Loken, snarling and drooling blood. Loken! Bite takes the reins. We whip an arrow into position and pull it taut, letting it loose. The arrow strikes an informed in the skull and it collapses in a bloody heap. Oh, fuck. We just... Focus. Loken meets the charge of the third with his own, shoulder first. There's a sickening, bloody crunch as the hound grasps the informed skull and drives it into the wall, crushing it. Move! Behind us, the horde on the stairway stampedes into view. Nitro sprints at the nearest passage. Loken tries to run, but an informed leaps ahead of the horde and intercepts him. He bares his teeth and prepares to fight. Bite and I swiftly ready another arrow, putting it down. Loken stares, bewildered. Loken, go! Bite takes control of my arms, firing another arrow into the horde. Another flops to the ground with a clean shot to the skull. Loken and I charge after Nitro, the horde biting at our backs. Alex, they're right behind us. You think? Help me with this door. The scrambling feet are inches from our back. We can buy them time. Bite and I draw our spear, skidding to a halt. Loken, help Nitro. Loken stops dead and stares at me, eyes blazing with alarm. Alex, no! An informed is reaching to grab me from behind. Bite and I twist out of its path. It barrels past us, out of control. Its wild grab falling short. Spear twirling, we slice the back of its neck. Blood sprays and the informed goes limp. The whole horde turns the corner like a rampaging beast, its momentum sending it tumbling over itself like dominoes. Two manage to find their footing, but Bite and I put them down. We spin our spear overhead and cleave them. I'm momentarily repulsed by the gore, but the adrenaline rush keeps me focused. Loken, the door! Go! I've got this! I see the hound snarl, then reluctantly rush back to help Nitro open our exit. I'm left to hold the informed at bay. Ready? Ready! Another pounces, but our spear finds its eye socket. Come on then, you grungy fucks! Come get me! Two more come, then another. We swing and swing our spear, twirling and slashing, hewing and slashing. Nothing gets past us. Somehow, Bite and I keep the horde at bay, if only for a few moments. Alex, now! Seconds before we risk being overrun, we turn and scramble towards Nitro's voice. In here! I don't even think about it. With my spear in hand and the horde of informed right behind me, I charge for the door. Nitro goes in first, Loken second, keeping it held ajar for me. I barrow through, losing my footing as Loken swings it shut behind us. He bars the door with a metal pipe, backing away slowly. The horde continues to smash and howl, like a ravenous beast, but it holds firm. We don't wait. We break into a run, putting as much distance between ourselves and the informed as possible. Nitro finally slows. We enter a dark, spacious chamber filled with ancient industrial machines. We're clear. Loken exhales in relief. My thoughts have been locked in fight mode, totally seized and immobilized by the heat of the moment. Now that we're out of danger, the adrenaline really kicks in. My heart races, I feel dizzy and fall sideways against the wall. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, what the hell? I can't believe there were so many. I recall cleaving and hacking through flesh. The sounds they made. Their faces chewed and gnashed into a bloody pulp. I buckled, heaving onto my knees and gagged with revulsion. If I could have thrown up, I would have. Loken pats my shoulder comfortingly. I have no idea how he and Nitro are so perfectly calm. Alex, you are okay. Alex, you held them off well. Were all his kind as fierce as him? Perhaps. Remind me never to piss off a human. With some effort, I stand upright, slightly wobbly. Loken clasps my shoulder, balancing me. I am thinking you are good with this spear. Taki will be proud of you. Yeah. One of my hidden talents. Hey, nice moves back there. You too. Holding up okay? Dizzy. Why can't I stop shaking? You're riding a serious adrenaline high right now. Just take it easy for a minute. It'll pass. Speaking of which, come on, you grungy fucks. Where did that come from? Sorry, got carried away. I need a minute. Where are we now? Nitro places his fingers on the wall, then flinches uncomfortably. What's wrong? We're close to your satellite dish. This isn't the route I wanted to take. I spot something unusual on the ground. The floor is covered with thick dust, several inches deep. In the adrenaline rush, I hadn't noticed it. You seeing this stuff? Yep. Scanning. It's ash. It's everywhere, like snow. I stare at the old machinery. The cavern is silent. There's no wind. Nothing. The silence here is strange, deafening and horribly serene. My skin prickles. Nitro, what is this place? I've never come here. Why not? I didn't care to. I'm glad of it. It's the first time I think I've heard him sound afraid. There is pain in here, and suffering. He's right. In my head, there's a feeling. A memory? Is it wit? I'm not sure. Something horrible happened here. We will leave this place. We must locate these memory boxes. Loken grabs my shoulder, attempting to pull me away. I shake him off and step forward. My shoes leave footprints in the ash, trickled unevenly on the floor. There's something here. Alex, just wait a second. My eyes fall on the machines, slumbering against the wall. Bite, what are those? I think they're furnaces. With a confused frown, I take a few more steps to the ash and look around. There are cages against the wall. Each the size of a carriage, enough to fit 10 bipeds inside. Hooks hang from the ceiling, their vicious claws flexed. I step closer to the furnaces. I swear I can hear them roaring. I feel odd. Alex. Nitro. Did something happen here? I don't know. Alex, we must focus on the task. I step over to the cages to investigate. On my way, my foot kicks something buried beneath the ash. I bend down. Nitro and Loken watch gravely. I push my hand into the ash beneath my feet. It touches something, smooth and round. I lift it into the light. No. The sad eye sockets look back at me, back into my soul. I found them. It's all real. They're gone. I can't believe it. All my denial, my hope comes crashing down at once. Please. No. It tears through me. I'm left raw and exposed, mangled with pain. I cup the thing with both hands. My wit speaks to me. I hear them. I really hear them. This person. They needed help. They screamed, but no one saved them. Now they're gone. And I'm alone. I fall to my knees. My thumb caresses the skull as if hoping, yearning for the owner's soul to know I'm here. I'm sorry. No one helped them when they suffered. But I'm here now, after all this time. Whatever that's worth. I'm sorry this happened. I only hope they know that someone found them in the end. Someone remembers. Someone cares. Even if it's just a stranger lost in time. I gaze into the cage. There are more human remains within. Bones, most decomposed to dust, scattered among the ash. I found them. They were slaughtered. They were rounded up like cattle and put down. Their bodies were burned to ashes. And then left deep in the black zone, they were forgotten. Even black runners don't know what we look like. Humanity, in the end, was pointless. Utterly pointless. Just like me. I'm useless. I can't change it. I can't save them. I can't do a thing. What even am I anymore? My race is dead. My thoughts don't matter. My desires don't matter. All around me is black. I am alone. And I always will be. I don't even feel the tear on my cheek. Alex. He gently touches my shoulder from behind and tries to lift me to my feet. Did you know? No. Many things have been forgotten. Ignorance is the order of the world. This can't be it. It can't be. Why did this happen? Who did this to us? How could they? How dare they? The skull falls from my hand. My fists tighten. My teeth lock until my jaw aches. You did this. You left me here. In this place with nothing. The few threads of my sanity I have left are starting to snap. We're exterminated. Why? All this pain, and for what? What was the point of it? They're gonna pay for this. I'll find them. I'll kill them. I'll rip them. No. I'm in control. I stand up. Let's just go. They're gone. You are in pain. It doesn't matter. Let's get the algorithm. It's the last lead we have. Nitro and Loken exchange a troubled look. Nitro, do you know the way? The canine blinks at me, his empty eyes drifting in their sockets. Do you? You sure you're up for this? More than ever. He nods. As you say, come. With a gesture of his head, he beckons us to follow him. I shakily march behind him. Loken walks beside me, touching my shoulder again as he tries to reach me. I keep my pace. Alex, I am sorry. I clench and unclench my fist. I hadn't realized, but my jaw was still locked. I'll be okay. The hound whines. I do not know what to say that will stop you hurting. I stroke his arm. Can we just focus on the task, please? We will do this. But you must not let this pain control you. I won't. I'm in control. Come. We will search for these memory boxes. They will be close now. Perhaps later, I'll somehow manage to collect my thoughts over what I just found. Maybe I'll swell with rage and tear the black zones asunder until I find whatever I'm looking for. Maybe I'll finally accept our extinction and move on. Or maybe I'll just go insane. And that'll be the end of this one. Little longer this time, but I just had to do that scene. I wanted to. Ah, that's such a cool scene. I love it. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time when we see what's behind this greenish door. Bye.